Hey, loves. I wanted to get on and talk to you a little bit more about where we are right now and what we individually have in front of us as we move into a new world. So, many of you watching would resonate with the fact that this is, in fact, a great awakening and that the world is moving into a new place, and each and every one of us plays our own part. So, right now, the energy is really pushing us to release all of the unnecessary baggage, I like to call it, that we've carried, that we have continued to allow to stay into our lives, that does not fully align with who we are. So, for many of us, relationships have taken many different turns in the last 6 to 7 months, if not longer. And also, what we do on a daily basis, what our daily routine and life is about has had some changes or realizations within us because we realize that we're not aligned with our true selves. So the energy right now is really asking us to shed it because we're getting ready to move into a new level, for lack of a better way to put it, of this great shift in consciousness on this earth. So we all have our own responsibilities if we want to be a part of that, as we always have our own free choice. But if we really want to be a part of it, we have our responsibility right now to continue to align ourselves with our true soul self. And it's not always easy. No. Sometimes you're in relationships, for example, that it could be a partner who you've known for a long time is not really the right relationship or the right situation for you to be in. But there's a lot that goes with that. It doesn't mean you don't love the person. It doesn't mean that it wouldn't affect other people. But we're being pushed at this moment to really see, to open our eyes a little bit wider to some of these things that we've let pass before, or we didn't even consciously have an awareness to the fact that it wasn't aligned. And it's challenging. It's challenging for many, but the energy is also making it a little bit easier, almost like it's no longer a gray issue. It's becoming black and white. It's becoming, I have to do this. Things are being shown in lights that we haven't seen before, in such extreme light that it's almost so obvious at this point, whereas in the past it may not have been. We have to remember also that we do live on a 3D plane. We have grown up in and learned, we have been conditioned to living within a reality that is on a 3D plane. And, a lot of our belief systems are based on that, our human belief systems, because we assume that we can only do specific things in order to get ourselves further in life. However, the energy is opening up for us to really truly realize that anything is truly possible, that we are not limited by only what we've been told, and that it's definitely time for us to start making dreams a reality. The only way you can do that, however, is to let go of all the stuff that is very obvious to us right now is not aligned. And again, it's not an easy thing. It's not always an easy choice. But that's our human mind coming into play and preventing our heart from living its true purpose. So, right now, the energy is asking us to create that bridge for us to go into this new reality. And the only way we're going to do it as an earth, as a world, is if us, at least a certain amount of us, start to live intuitively, start to follow our hearts, our souls, and start to live in our truth so that we can help bring and lift the rest of the world as we move forward. It will also help us to move on a quicker timeline because we do as a collective, as individuals and as a collective, we still do have complete free choice. We can stay in the 3D reality. We could only look at it that way. That's a choice that we get to make. But for those who resonate with not staying on a 3D level, for those who resonate on moving into a multidimensional reality, that passion and truth is going to be very strong, has always been very strong for many of us. Some it's new to, but it's still a strong push for us to continue to move once we realize um, these aspects of living multidimensionally and what we actually, on an individual basis, from our perspective and our living in that type of light and multidimensional aspects, can actually help the entire world. It's not just about us as individuals, because as we know, we are all connected. So yes, my loves, it's not always easy. Some of us maybe have been on this path for a very long time and have released a lot. Some of us on the light worker path have shed a lot over our entire lifetimes, have felt more alone in a lot of ways, because we haven't allowed things in that don't align with us, and now we're coming to see from a true light and true perspective that those decisions were made from an alignment perspective, and that it is keeping us open so that we can now step into more of our soul power. The energies on the earth are changing dramatically and quickly, and it's helping us. Those who are aware can feel it and see it in different perspectives, but even those who are totally not aware are changing. And it's changing us physically so we can take in more light. It's changing us physically so that we can handle more of what's to come out as we dig the dirt up of the hundreds of thousands of years of us living in a lower consciousness. All the things that we have had hidden from us as humans about how this world has truly been working. So we need to right now be prepared so that we can hold a bigger picture. We can hold love and light in our hearts for the people who are still in fear, for the people who are going to have a really hard time taking even more in as more happens. So right now, if you really feel and see something straight out, you need to make that decision. There's no more whatevers. There's no more, oh, I'll wait. There's no more, oh, well, I should do this because it's what I've always been told. I should do this because it's the way it's supposed to be. The only way I can take care of myself and my family is by doing A, B, or C. D is out of question, because nobody's done D. Well, now the energy's changed where D, if that's what's aligned with your soul, is going to happen for you. Is it always fast? No, it's never as fast as the human wants it to be. We have a problem with patience, but as we learn to trust in this process, as we learn to believe in ourselves, and as we see this from a bigger picture where you're actually not making selfish decisions, but you're actually making decisions that will help the collective, then it puts it in a newer perspective and makes it a little bit easier, to continue to move forward. So, my love to you as always. I wanted to give you a little bit of a different perspective on this. And I probably will keep on talking about it for some time, because the energy right now feels very extreme as far as really getting to that point. I feel like the next 2 or 3 months is truly that bridge for us to go from one inner level to the next, and in doing so to open us up so that the next 2 to 3 years especially are going to be where we truly are able to step into our individual soul power and help ourselves, those around us, and the whole collective to move forward more quickly and easily. It won't be easy, but it'll be more easy the more of us who are able to align with our own selves, it'll become a little bit easier than it would have been for the rest of the earth. I love you. See you next time.